This boy is a victim of circumstance, and what that girl's mother did to him is outright criminal.
Respect the family wishes. I have respect. If you got nothing to say, keep your mouth shut.
Oh my God, nah. This is heartbreaking.
And to the Fakana family, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. And you don't deserve this.
And today's a sad day for his family, for his friends, for people who spoke out for him, for people who took interest in his story. We can only send out our condolences and just pray for comfort, for peace at such a difficult time.
Just come together as a family, as a Congolese community, If there's also anything you guys need, please communicate. We will be there to support you.
So the best way we can support them is to give them a bit of privacy and show them love and show them support. And to the Fakana family, I'm so sorry that this has happened to you. And you don't deserve this. And I send my condolences to you. I really do. And if there is any support that I can offer, please reach out and let me know. Because I did also care for your son.
Around November last year, the story of Marcus Fakana, blew up, and many of us did videos because we saw a young man who had gone on holiday to a country where they had certain laws, and he broke the law.
And for those of you who are not familiar with him, he was a 19-year-old boy who was wrongfully jailed in Dubai because he had sex relations with a girl of his same age group.
This right here is him and his family. One of his parents is a cleaner and the other works in a warehouse. And for his father's birthday, they wanted to go on a trip of a lifetime. So the family saved up money and they took a trip to Dubai.
Two families are out there, the girls and the boys, meet each other, and the boy and the girl, keeping their relationship secret from her family, end up, doing the deed.
And then her family left from their vacation and returned home. The 17-year-old's mother went through her phone and saw explicit text messages between her and Marcus, and she became upset. She called back to Dubai while Marcus and his family was still on vacation and told the police about what happened.
Her holiday ends. She goes back home. I think it was to Birmingham. He's still in Dubai. Her mum decides to check the texts on her daughter's phone and finds out that they did the deed. And then she reports, this is how petty you can be, she reports him to the Dubai police.
Young couple, and they did what young people be doing.
Keep in mind as well, the girl, 17, she only had like a few weeks until she turned 18.
This is something like young children do. I mean, he did not force the girl, right? So I
don't know if they even mentioned in this article that they were only 10 weeks, about 10 weeks different in age. So he was 10 weeks older than her. She turned 18 by the time charges were filed against him by the mother, who had left the country with the daughter, left Dubai, gone back to England, and gone through, I think, the embassy to try and press charges, get this man criminalised.
And they promptly arrested him. Since the age of consent in Dubai is 18, there was nothing anyone could do, and Marcus had to sit in jail.
Entered a relationship with somebody that was 10 weeks younger than him, and who is now the same age as him. And I just think this is ridiculous.
Free my guy, as I previously said, free him, because this is just on the brink of insanity right now.
Campaigners called the sentence disproportionate given their view that the relationship was consensual under UK norms. They therefore made legal efforts for his release.
Breaks his silence as he begs UAE ruler, please give me my life back. Now,
But due to the laws in Dubai, he was held there for a year in a maximum security prison. But he was pardoned this year by the Sheikh during Eid and returned back home to the UK.
And of course, after a lot of publicity, after family, friends, all kinds of pressure groups maybe reaching out to the UAE government, he was given a pardon.
In July, he was granted a royal pardon by the ruler of Dubai and returned to the UK.
After months of fighting for his release, he was finally freed and he returned back home to Britain. There he tried to recover from his ordeal. They say he was stressed out and traumatized by his time in prison.
I bring you some good news, my people. Marcus Fakana has been freed.
He's the boy that got locked up in Dubai after he got involved with that girl, and the mum is the one that snitched and said that they had an intimate relationship. So
the mum needs to actually like kind of really reflect on what she's done, because she's ruined this young man's life out of pride, because you didn't want to face the fact that your daughter was sexually active, or maybe your daughter was sexually active with a black man. I'm not really sure what the true motivations were, but it was clearly a consensual interaction.
But you see that mum, she has created her own worst nightmare. So whatever anybody else is saying, it's nothing worse than what she's done to herself. She was ashamed of her daughter's actions and angry because her daughter was sleeping with a black boy. It wasn't the first black boy she slept with, I can assure you of that much. She has, in trying to prevent shame in her family or her community, now the whole world knows that your daughter was doing what she was doing.
I know the law's a land, but a 1-year sentence for that kind of thing. And the fact the mum's been able to go back home, do this to this boy, ruin this boy's life, because he has ruined a boy's life for nothing.
He had proof on his phone that they had a consensual thing, but he still ended up having to do a year.
And ever since he met this girl, he's met his demise. It's weird.
Let this be a lesson to all you guys out here. Fam, don't risk it for a biscuit. Do you know what I mean? Especially when the biscuit is looking like Shamima Begum. You know what I'm saying? Some any dead, musty, crusty thing, fam.
This man has spent the last year of his life, year plus of his life, deframed because of a malice woman and a malice parent.
You can speak on things, you can pray for things, you can advocate for things, but you just never know what life has in store.
So I've woke up and the news has been confirmed that Marcus Fakana has passed away.
So how am I now waking up and seeing that this boy has died in a car crash? And he was a passenger in a car that was suspected to be in a road incident and was being chased by police, and the car, or should I say the driver, failed to stop.
There was a lot of conversation in the Congolese community, you know, people posting, you know, lives of them at the matanga. Matanga is basically when someone passes away, like, you know, all the family friends sort of come around and gather and, you know, sit down with the parents of the person who's passed away and just sort of, you know, show condolences.
Marcus here was involved in a high-speed pursuit where he was the passenger of a car that was driving through North London, Tottenham. The police were chasing the car containing Marcus as the passenger for around 1 to 2 minutes before the car pulled out of sight and the police lost it, only for the police to then find him involved in a horrific, huge car crash. Marcus received treatment on the scene by paramedics but died shortly after on his way to hospital. The driver has been arrested and as is in custody. He's not in hospital, he's in custody, which is, I'm assuming, he's fine, which is absolutely mad. No word yet on the other car that this car drove into. No word on their condition either at the moment. How mad is this? You know, looking at doing life in jail in Dubai, gets given a royal pardon after serving 1 year in jail, comes back to the UK in London, high-speed pursuit with the police in Tottenham, and he dives literally instantly, and the driver, it seems to be fine.
So now, 3 months after leaving the prison, right? He was just, maybe he was going somewhere and he entered the wrong car. Now he's dead. Come on.
So there's 2 stories that's going around this whole thing. One that the police put out, which is Marcus Fakana was in a vehicle being chased by them. They lost sight of the vehicle to only find the vehicle was crashed into another car where Marcus passed away and the 19-year-old driver was arrested on the spot. There's a second story coming out. Police were chasing another vehicle and that other vehicle crashed into the car that Marcus Fakana was sitting in and he passed away from his injuries. So like I said, there's 2 separate stories right now that's going out. At the end of the day, we lost a boy regardless. Do you get what I'm saying? We lost a young boy regardless of, you know, what story is true. And it is very, 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 very sad. Very sad. And I just want to send my condolences to his friends and family, you know, in this difficult time.
Now, what are the odds of all this happening to one kid? One kid here. He was only 19 years old. He was jailed in Dubai, and then all of a sudden he dies 3 months later. What are the odds of all this happening to this one kid? He didn't even make it to 20 years old.
It's a sad day. A life cut short just after being released from...
And it is absolutely heartbreaking. With everything that this young man had gone through, I was hoping that his return to the UK would just be an opportunity for a new start, because he had gone through something which I think would be quite traumatic. And
oh my God, nah. This is heartbreaking. I thought after his release, he's going to come back stronger. I can't believe this. Like, life is crazy. Spend time fighting for freedom just to end up losing your life when you got the freedom? My condolences to the family. Or should I say that this is a spiritual attack? I know many of you will say I'm coming with my African mentality, but it's obvious.
To hear this is really gut-wrenching, because he had his whole life ahead of him. And I really wanted to see him succeed. And I really wanted to meet him. I really wanted to sit down and chop it up and talk to him about life.
But this is sad. So rest in peace to Marcus Fakana. People will say, obviously, maybe there was some antics involved. But the fact is, a 19-year-old has lost their life. And it's just sad. But rest in peace to Marcus Fakana.
The craziest thing about this one is the fact that bro actually messaged me not long ago, telling me that he messaged with my content. And I actually replied, to be fair, we spoke. So this is literally just a quick message. If any of his friends see this and you follow me, or relatives, if you can send me some form of contact, and I would like to attend the funeral if possible.
This does not sit right with me at all. After all the lawyers fought, after all the money the parents spent, only to regain freedom and lose it like this. This is the saddest news I've heard today, and it does not sit well with me at all. Something seems fishy.
I just want to say RIP to Marcus Fakana. I saw the news yesterday that he passed away, and honestly, there was tears streaming out of my eyes, because that poor young man who spent the last year of his life living in what some would deem to be hell, for him to be released and just pass away in such tragic circumstances.
Please, for those people out there on social media that have their own conspiracy, speculation about my little cousin Marcus Fakana, please have respect here. We're already grieving. Please respect the family wishes. Have respect. If you got nothing to say, keep your mouth shut, please. Thank you very much.
I scroll through Sky News and I scroll through BBC and I scroll through all of the news network them, and the level of glee, victual and celebration in those comments has almost destabilized me.
What doesn't make sense about this thing to me is people talking about Marcus Fakana was mixing with the wrong people. How do you know? Do you know him? What do you mean he was mixing with the wrong people? This boy is a victim of circumstance, and what that girl's mother did to him is outright criminal.
Level of commentary that I've been reading underneath the news reports of the announcement of the young boy Marcus that tragically passed away yesterday in a car accident has sent me into a rage.
This just shows that the people you surround yourself with, make sure you know exactly what they're doing. Because if you don't know what they're doing, the people you surround yourself with, you never know, it might come back to harm you. Because if he knew exactly what his friend was doing, he would not be in that same car with him. Because if his friend was not doing anything bad, then he would have easily just stopped for the police so they can do whatever they want to do. But his friend was obviously doing something bad and refused to stop.
How do you know in his last moments of his life he wasn't pleading with the driver to stop? How do you know? Don't come and spread propaganda about things you don't know, all in the name of content and likes. This is somebody's child.
Now, bear in mind, Marcus Fakana is 19. Such a young life, just gone. Now, I don't know what Marcus Fakana was into, why this situation even happened, why they decided to drive away, why he didn't stop.
This is someone's son that's actually passed away. And some of the videos I've seen is just like, you can just tell that it's not genuine.
If you are among the people that arrange a protest for Marcus Fakana to be released from Dubai prison and sent back to UK, you are responsible for his death. Yes, you heard that right. If you are among the folks that went with a banner or went on social media screaming how Dubai was wrong for putting him in jail and for sentencing him to 3 years imprisonment, you are responsible for his death.
Do you realize that this boy belongs to someone's family? And when you come on these things to make content, do you understand that his family are seeing this? As his mother, could you put yourself in her position? That you want to start speculating with your useless self and be coming to talk about he was associated with the wrong crowd. How do you know?
Where's your compassion? Where's your empathy? Where's your humanity? You lot are wild. I can see that there's a very big lack of empathy for young black men, for young black women.
The black people went out and screamed racism, 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 and brought him back home. Now look at him. They brought him back home. They didn't provide any support for him. They didn't provide any education. They just left him to the street.
And you're saying all this, it's like, oh, come on, man. Do you really care?
What are you talking about mixed with the wrong crowd? What are you talking about? Where are the people that advocated for him? He should have stayed in Dubai. Sense don't carry some of you people, though. Don't make me have...
I'm not sure why this is hitting me so hard. I feel like it's because it's just another young black boy that we've lost.
Just expose what we always knew, that black lives do not matter. Because here you have a young black boy that has tragically passed away, young with his whole life ahead of him, a young king, and here you are jumping onto comments, and the only thing that you can do is describe him and cast aspersions and say that he lived a life of crime. We don't know about the wife, you come to about say the boy live a life of crime. You don't know the boy from nowhere, but beyond the fact that you was aware of the fact that he was engaged in a consensual relationship in Dubai, but there was a bitter bitch who called herself mummy that got upset and decided to dial a number. That is what you heard about. But beyond that, you don't know nothing about the boy. So
we got to protect our own kids first. It is right. Learn the laws of the land. I don't know what you lot are going to Dubai for anyway. Dubai ain't got nothing for me, really. And the more stories I hear, the less likely I'm ever to really see that place.
Involved in a car driving recklessly at 1 a.m. First of all, if you're a teenager, you're out in 1 a.m. That tells me that you don't have proper guidance at home, okay? You don't have parents at home, because by 9 p.m. you should be in bed.
that you believe that just because you have read one media outlet article about an incident that took place not even 24 hours ago, that has given you the inside break about what has happened or taken place with this young man. And even if this young man was gangbanging around the whole of London, that does not give nobody the right to think that he deserved to pass away. That is insane beyond measure. And I would have liked to know some of them people there, because I would have done you in your face, you're outer order and you're bright.
Let's be a bit more, let's just think about how it would feel for the family and the mom.
You could never ever stand tall like what that man did. That young boy was held hostage in Dubai following some bitch that decided to dial a number to the Middle East because her little daughter couldn't collect herself and she run come back at England and all of these things, and lock him up at Dubai. Yeah, that's the only thing that you should be focused on, and be focusing on how he was able to come out of that and come back to London and still hold his head up high. How about that?
My heart breaks for Marcus's family, and I want to give them my condolences with everything that they've had to go through and had to experience. This is the worst possible thing that could happen to them.
Now imagine his mum, his family, his dad, his siblings, cousins, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Imagine how they're feeling, because they've not seen him for over a year, and he's back now, finally home, and he's gone.
R.I.P. to him and his family. I don't know, to be very honest, I don't know what he'll be going through right now. Like, I mean, the child, they just go back after 1 year in jail. They now got him back just 3 months ago, and now he's gone again. Like, man, this is so sad. This story is really, really sad.
Our condolences go out to his family. Not only for the last year and odd have they seen their son name be maliciously dragged through the media. for him to now not even get to enjoy his freedom, for his life to be taken because somebody decided to make a stupid decision and not stop for the police.
Thoughts go out to his friends and family, and even if he was getting chased by the police, no one deserves to go out in such a horrific way. You know, Tottenham's a tough place to live anyway. He was only a young lad. Thoughts go out to the friends and family, man.
My condolences, and yeah.
We just ask everyone to pray for the family, to pray for the immediate family, and for everyone really. If you also don't know, Marcus Fakana was a Congolese boy. Yeah, so that's why I'm just doing this video, to express my condolences to the entire community, to his family. Boys, be safe out there.
I think he is Congolese, and I want to coordinate something with my people for this, so fundraising, remembrance, things like that, to support the family and help them go through this time as well. So if you're interested, just DM me.
To be honest, I'm actually lost for words, and I think I just pray for his family, and I pray and I hope that people will continue to speak up for people like Marcus.
My condolences and all my love and prayers are being sent to his family, because I can't even imagine to lose your son, to lose your nephew, to lose a family member once, fight so hard to get him back.
I honestly hope his family gets some type of justice. I honestly hope God grants them some type of peace, because the turmoil they must be experiencing. They've only just got their son, their nephew, their brother, their grandson back, and then they're now having to live through grief.
Rest in peace and sleep in peace, my king. The boy is younger than me, and I will call him my king, because what he stood for and how he stood tall and was able to walk forward in that demonstrates a version of strength.
Let's extend as much love as we can to his family and his friends during this extremely difficult time.
And to Marcus, you were a bright, shining beacon of light, and I only wish that you had a chance to show the world. Rest in perfect peace, Marcus, because we all loved you.
This situation is shocking, tragic, and deeply heartbreaking. Moments like this remind us how fragile life truly is, how quickly everything can change. He was only 19, gone far too soon, with so much life ahead of him. It's a painful reminder that tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. My heart goes out to his family, friends, and everyone feeling this loss. May his memory be a reason for us all to look out for one another a little more, and to speak love while we still can. Condolences to Marcus's family, friends, and loved ones.